the photos, which I'd asked them to be introduced to the record for whatever they were. I was going to discuss that in connection with the rush to judgment that I felt that was occurring without local officials really taking to grasp the representations of the applicant relative to the facts as we know it as people who reside here. And coupled with the fact that in the very transcript itself, where the applicant was saying that, gee, we're going to do certain things, we're concerned about seekers, we talked about the liner, I read to you, they said that they wanted to...
Excuse me, Chad, this is going beyond that. You were sending it to a hearing based upon that they are standing on your, that these issues he can bring up with that if you send it to a public hearing.
I agree with that too. Looking at the letter by Mr. Frankovich, it looks to me like you need to own a piece of property out there right next to this thing. I don't like what you guys are arguing. I don't think that's right.
I agree with counsel, Commissioner Kinsey. It's always the first thing for any board to do is to determine if people have standing. And then once you decide that, then you go to the merits of the issues. There's no question about that. Now it's just responding to.
But of course, I don't have the standing. It looks to me like there is a lack of standing.
Okay. One of the things I guess I think that you all have the ability to do is what's done by judges a lot of times is that you can separate data and facts for whatever purpose the data and facts are being decided upon at a time. So you're not shown, you can be told you can't hear this. You do have a right to hear this. And then you can decide on your own that, gee, that related to the issue of the merits, and I'm going to set it aside as I discuss in my own mind and then decide on the issue of standing. So when the commissioner asks me a question, I'm going to answer it, and I believe I should be allowed to continue having that kind of dialogue. We certainly believe we have standing. We, both Massey and I, did appear before the Regional Planning Commission. We made our points there unsuccessfully. Again, we decided as a body, we'll take the decision about, again, to be reviewed. But it would be incredible to me that there is not a right of a person who objects to a governmental agency, which is not a government body, it's the Regional Planning Commission. It's incredible to me, and it's actually an absurd interpretation that a party that objects to that, who's properly there, is forever disallowed to make an argument related to the merits going forward. The land around the applicant is public land. The land around the applicant is public land. I'm a member of the public. We have asserted below that we, Massey and I, have used that land. We have every right to use that land. It's a personal right to use public land that's guaranteed to me under the laws of the United States, the state of Nevada. I'm saying that my right to use that land has been abridged, interfered with, violated. Unless you're calling me a liar, which I don't think you are, I have standing to say this action is objectionable and I'd like to review it.
One more thing. I would just as soon as you've gone on to the judge because I think it's he's more apt to be able to define this better than Mr. Sexualized interaction. I mean, this is getting pretty complicated. Who has standing and who doesn't? That's it.
Better judge.
If this commission is going to take the heat for this issue, this commission
needs to be involved. And the first thing I want to say is that this memo is signed by the Deputy DA. As far as I'm concerned, anything that comes to me with the importance of this needs to be signed by the District Attorney. First, we're being told that we can't answer questions because of a pending court hearing. Then we're being told that we can't have a public meeting because of a pending court decision. Now we're being told we can't have an appeal before the Regional Planning Commission because the appellant does not have standing. Well, I'm here to tell you that the appellant, as far as I'm concerned, has as much standing as anybody in this county. And if the appellant does not have standing, then neither does anyone in this county. We need to hear this appeal. We need to hear the pros and the cons. You commissioners, myself included, have wanted to be involved. We wanted to learn more. Now's our chance to do that. I can tell you that I have been working day in and day out to learn the pros and the cons. And for us not to hear the appeal is a slap in the face to these people right here. We need to hear this appeal. And if it goes the other way and they want to fight that through the judicial process, then that's their problem. But we need to hear this appeal, and I am prepared to make a motion to set this for public hearing and let it fly or not fly.
We haven't heard from the other parties.
Fine, go ahead. I'm more willing to talk to the other party. I hope they do. Yeah. Anybody else?
Okay, my comment would be that I totally agree with Tom, except for he mentioned that we owe it to them to have a public hearing. I think we owe it to the public to have a public hearing.
Absolutely.
So if there's anybody else have a comment, no comments, goes back to the commissioners. What do you guys want to do?
Mr. Chairman, I would move to set this issue for a public hearing. I guess it would be at the next meeting, March 15th.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye. Aye.
I hear you.
Aye. Yes, opposed.
Let's go one more time. You were for setting the public hearing. And you are for setting the public hearing, so we have a 3-2. So it'll be on the set to the public hearing on March 15th. Okay. Next item, road matter discussion and action.